Hello guys, it is Gate of Theories here, and guys, last week the Dumping Grounds Series 9 officially wrapped filming, which means we can expect the brand new season to come out within the next few months. So I thought today we'd have a deep dive into this upcoming season and discuss everything we know about the Dumping Grounds Series 9, and hopefully it will be better than Series 8 because we can't repeat that whole mess again. But before we go any further, please make sure that you've clicked that red subscribe button down below and have your notifications turned on so that you get notified every time we make a brand new Dumping Ground video. So, firstly, this series is probably going to be the strangest series to date for this show, and that's simply due to the circumstances of the world right now. Series 9 began filming in November 2020 and finished in May 2021, but throughout all of that, the cast have had to follow the rules of the lockdown restrictions, including wearing masks and following social distancing guidelines. One of the earliest photos from set we got of this series was quite literally a 2 meters sign, and in all of the other set photos, the cast are all 2 meters apart. Now, this might not have a huge impact on the show as a whole, but it is going to mean less hugging, and you'll probably notice the characters a lot more spread apart than usual, with less full ensemble scenes. However, I wouldn't even be surprised if the show incorporated the pandemic into the storyline. Many other shows which had to film during the pandemic have just done this so that it gives the audience a reason as to why they're all acting like this, so maybe this series will take that same approach. So, when will this series come out? It will most likely premiere within the next few months, but it may be all the way in September, as that would give enough time for all of the edits to be made. This would also make sure the show was back on its usual schedule after the pandemic, as it used to show part 2 in the autumn and part 1 near the start of the year, so they might just switch it around for this series, but it may be sooner than that, who knows. And this should hopefully stop any episodes from being mixed up when airing, as I'm pretty sure that's what happened with Series 8 because of the pandemic, as it seems to appear in a very strange order at times, such as Max being introduced and not appearing in the next few episodes. It was all just a bit weird. It should be 24 episodes long for a full series, but will be split into 2 parts as usual, with 12 episodes each. This might have been shortened due to the pandemic, however, for the past 3 seasons it's been like this, so I reckon it will be the same with the same number of episodes. As for returning characters, all of these have been confirmed by pictures and videos on Instagram and other social media platforms, with most being seen at some point at the wrap party or other photos from filming time. These include Jodie, Sasha, Candy Rose, Jay and Bird, Floss, Beck, Taz, Sid, Chloe, Katie, Max, Maylee, and Scott. Viv is the only one who hasn't been seen on set, and judging by Chloe Lee, the actor who plays her, Instagram, it looks like for most of the season's filming she's been living in LA. Now this could mean one of 2 things. Either because of the UK's lockdown restrictions, she's been unable to return for the show while filming, and they've written in for a reason for her not being there, but she will return later on in Series 10, or will return via Zoom or something similar throughout the season. Or she simply has just unfortunately left the show. The Dumping Ground can have proper endings to characters, or for them just to not return in the next season, and this just depends purely on the character. Chloe Lee hasn't posted anything about the Dumping Ground since she was last on it, so it looks more likely that she has left. And Finn is also unlikely to be in the series, simply due to Ruben Ruta's health conditions, which was confirmed by Kia Pegg. The reason in the story will probably be he is currently working, as the Series 8 finale showed. However, I reckon he will still be in it somehow, as he is a great character and definitely has not left the show. So he will probably be in by Zoom call, like how he did in the Dumping Ground Survival Files earlier in 2020. However, there is also a new confirmed regular character for this upcoming series. Only one has been confirmed, but there might be more, with most series introducing between 1 to 4 new characters per series. This new character was actually an open casting call put out in October for the new regular role, Murphy. The call stated, "We are looking for a boy who lives with the condition restricted growth, aged 9 to 12, to take on a regular role in the Dumping Ground. He should have an interest in acting, but no previous professional experience needed. He can be from anywhere in the UK, but must be available to film in Newcastle from January to May 2021, with the possibilities of further series." Since Murphy is needed to film between January and May, and filming began back in November, we can assume Murphy is introduced at some point in part 1 of the series, most likely in episode 5 or later. However, we might actually know more about this character than it initially looks. Firstly, this character has dwarfism. Currently, the Dumping Ground has Sasha with the same condition. Now, this could just be a coincidence and the Dumping Ground has just introduced another character with restricted growth. However, when you really look into it, I reckon it is something else related with Sasha. Now, if Murphy and Sasha sounds familiar to you, that's because Sasha's younger brother is actually called Murphy, who was first seen with Dexter in series 3 when Sasha was first introduced. We know that Kelly, Sasha's mum, has always struggled with looking after her children in the show, and she was last seen in the mix-up of Roddy's robberies at the beginning of series 5 where Bailey left. This is what caused Dexter to move into the Dumping Ground in the first place, but in Series 6 and Dexter's last appearance, Sorry Not Sorry, it shows that Dexter is back living with his mum. However, this doesn't mean another incident couldn't happen where the kids were taken off Kelly once again. And since they've placed Dexter with Sasha before, it's very likely her younger brother might have been placed there as well. So, does this mean that this new character Murphy is actually Sasha's younger brother? I honestly think this theory might actually be correct, and that Murphy is a grown-up version of Sasha's brother, as the timeline also links with it as well. It's never confirmed what Murphy's age was when we saw him in the show. However, in the Series 3 episode we see him in, he is able to walk, but he's still in nappies. This to me suggests he's around 2 to 3 years old. And it is now Series 9, so it has been 6 years since Series 3, which would make Murphy around 9 in the show, and the casting call literally asks for a young actor who can play the age of 9 to 12. And Louis Payne, who plays Scott, quite literally confirmed this without any of us actually realising. During the snow days in early January of filming, he posted a picture of a snowman he and Annabelle Davis, who plays Sasha, had built with the caption, "Spoiler alert, there's a new character on the DG." Now, of course, this is hinting towards the actual snowman being the new character, but this could actually be a reference to this new character Murphy, and Payne literally meant a new character and wasn't making a joke about the snowman. He's on purposely shown Annabelle Davis in the picture for a reason, further linking this idea, and the photo was posted in January, which is when Murphy would have started filming. So who knows, maybe Murphy, this new character, is actually Sasha's younger brother. But what about returning characters? Unfortunately, it's unlikely there will be a reunion or any returning characters due to the pandemic. There has been rumours, as always, of characters such as Tyler returning, but that would only really be happening if Jodie was leaving. The most we'd get, I think, is a FaceTime or Zoom call with someone who doesn't live in the Dumping Ground anymore, like how the show did in the latest season of The Survival Files. However, My Mom Tracy Beaker was recently released a few months ago. It's unlikely anyone from that show would appear in the Dumping Ground as they're separate entities, but who knows. However, this doesn't stop the possibility of key characters leaving. We've already discussed Viv, but many other characters might actually be leaving as well. Chloe is the most likely to leave, as she hasn't been seen on set since February in the photos released on social media, and has strangely not been in any of the wrap party photos. Now, this might have just been that she wasn't on any of the photos that were released, or it could have meant that she leaves halfway through the series. However, if Murphy is Sasha's brother, like how we discussed before, then this could unfortunately be an excuse to say goodbye to Sasha Bellman and Annabelle Davis for good. As for any other possibilities of characters leaving, any of the other older characters such as Jodie, Beck, Candy Rose, Jay, Bird, or Floss are the most likely candidates. I don't think that they will leave because of the circumstances, but it's more likely they will leave rather than any of the younger characters. And as for the episodes, well, we don't really have any ideas as to what the episodes will actually be about. We know there'll be episodes dealing with Murphy, which may lead to episodes involving Sasha. Of course, there'll be at least one episode focusing on a certain character, but so far it's looking like the characters will mainly be staying in Ashton Ridge for this series, simply because the pandemic will have limited filming locations. We do, however, know there is an episode taking place in the woods, maybe the finale, as many recent pictures of the full cast have been posted on social media of them all in a wood. But finally, will this series end the show? It's always the question we ask whenever we think of a brand new series of any show. And I'd say definitely not. I've discussed this many times on this channel about the possibility of when the show will actually end, but I really doubt it will be this series. The most likely recent series it might be will be Series 10, But if you want to know more about that, go and check out our video about when the dumping ground will end by clicking the card up there, or there'll be a link down below in the description. But anyway guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure that you smash that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let us know down below in the comments what you're most excited for Series 9 of the Dumping Ground, and also let me know down there whether you think my theory about who Murphy, the new character, might actually be. Do you reckon he is Sasha's younger brother, or do you reckon he's just a brand new character with a similar condition? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments, and as always, we've been here on Gate of Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.